Greetings and welcome to my channel. I'm John DeRoos, and as always, I hope wherever you are watching this, that you are keeping yourself busy, trying to create the best version of yourself possible. This week, I'd like to talk about what happens after we die. Where do our souls go? It's a really intriguing subject, at least it is for me. As humans, we don't know for certain what happens, but apparently our souls do. They have all the answers, which is what Dolores Cannon discovered after many thousands of hypnosis sessions with her clients. I talked in a previous video about Dolores Cannon and her book, Between Death and Life. For those of you that don't know, Dolores Cannon began her working career as a hypnotist, using hypnosis to help people stop smoking, lose weight, etc. It was through these hypnosis sessions with different clients that she discovered that she was able to tap into someone's subconscious, also known as the higher self. In doing so, she discovered the ability to do incredible things, like past life regressions, where her clients were able to go back and look at previous lives that they had lived in different time periods. During these past life regressions, Dolores discovered what happens at the point of death and where we go after we die. You need to keep in mind that she performed thousands of hypnosis sessions with people that didn't know each other, people that had never met each other, and they all kept telling her the same thing. After some time, she was able to deduce that there was some validity in what she was being told. So it is through this vantage point that I speak on this topic today. When people die, one of the first things they will experience is that they feel very cold. Then, moments later, their soul is standing next to their physical body. There is a sensation of feeling free and out of their body. They feel like they can go anywhere they want. When this happens, we need to realize that the person is ready to go on. Before we come into this life, we make a contract of when we are going to come into this world, as well as when we are going to leave. All of this is planned before you are born. So when someone dies, they are ready to go on, and it is no accident. They have completed their soul's mission in everything they were supposed to do, so it is time for them to go. We don't know this consciously on a physical level, but we do on a soul level. It's only those of us left behind that are not ready to let go. Hence why we grieve. When you die, you are not alone. You always have someone to meet you and take you where you are supposed to go. Whether that's a spirit guide or perhaps deceased loved ones who have gone on before you. The soul is taken towards the light, which is a huge energy source that some people like to call God. Every soul is connected to the body by a silver cord. You are tethered to the body for your entire life. Once you go through the energy source, it severs the cord and you cannot go back to your body. Prior to this, there is the option for you to go back into your body and continue living. However, once the silver cord is severed, you cannot go back. When that spark of life has left the body, it begins to deteriorate immediately. After you cross over to the light, or heaven, whatever you like to call it, you are met with great love. There is no hell. Hell was invented by humans to control the masses. You don't get cruelly punished because you have made mistakes on earth. It doesn't work that way. Churches will have a different view on this. Dolores Cannon says without a doubt, after the thousands of hypnosis sessions she has done, that there is definitely no hell. You do not burn for an eternity because you have done bad things or made mistakes. The purpose of Earth is that it is a school where you get to come and learn lessons and make mistakes. You can't skip lessons. If you don't learn a lesson, then you come back and repeat the lesson until you get it right. Another thing that we need to understand is that Earth is a school where we come to learn emotions and limitations. These are not taught on other planets, and as such, it makes Earth the most challenging planet to live on. After you die and you get over there, you can get to one of three places, depending on your vibrational frequency. The first place you could go to is called the lower astral. This is where souls, known as earthbound souls, end up. These are people that have lived negative lives and don't realize they can go anywhere else. These are people like murderers and drug addicts and alcoholics who haven't dealt with their addiction problems on Earth. They don't want to advance from where they are, as they don't know anything else. Interestingly, Dolores says that they are confused and attempt to try and get back into bodies on Earth. This is something that cannot be done, as possession is not possible. These souls will try to get the same sensations of being on drugs and alcohol by hanging around humans that also use these substances in a process called osmosis. They keep going around in circles trying to get into bodies and trying to get high on drugs and alcohol. However, after a while, they realize they can't. At this point, if they decide they have had enough of this behavior and want to leave, they can. This is the point when their guardian angels or spirit guides will appear and escort them into the light. Once they do go into the light, they are greeted with great love. There is no judgment about where they have been. They are then taken to schools where they have to learn lessons to help them prepare for their next lives. They are not allowed to reincarnate too soon, as they won't be able to handle the challenges of life on Earth, and may end up back on the lower astral again. The next level you could end up in is called the middle astral. This is the equivalent to what the church calls heaven. Here, Dolores says that there are lakes and hills around the lake and all kinds of houses. There is music in the air. The colors are so vibrant. There are huge gardens with flowers and plants. The flowers and plants there are not like those here on Earth. They are much better and never die. What we have on Earth is only a subset of what exists on the middle astral. Here, souls go on living with family and loved ones. At some point though, they are called upon to go and review their previous life. They are taken to the review board. At the review board, there are elders and masters who will show you your entire life. Everything you have done, every word spoken, and everybody you have ever interacted with or hurt. They don't just show you this from just your perspective. You have to see it from the perspective of every person you have spoken to. This can be difficult because you get to see it from their eyes and their viewpoint and realize how much you hurt them. It is here that the soul realizes what they have done and how they have hurt someone, if they didn't realize it before. It is also here that the soul will realize that they have to repay what they have done to this person. This is karma. This is one reason why souls will decide to come back in the next life. They will create soul contracts with the people they hurt to come back to Earth and fix their mistakes from previous lives until they get it right. The last level is the upper astral. On this level, you have the Temple of Wisdom. The Temple of Wisdom is a complex composed of many parts. One part is a healing temple. This is where they take the person's soul into the center of the healing temple which has a dome shape in the middle and where the top is full of beautiful stones. Lights from the stones come down, and the person standing in the center bathes in this beautiful light, which takes away any residue of illness from their life on earth. Another part of this temple is the tapestry room. Here, there is a long tapestry on one huge wall that goes on for miles. It's almost like it's alive. In the tapestry, there are many threads. Each soul has a thread in the tapestry. All the threads are interconnected, and it is referred to as the thread of life. The tapestry shows how it all interweaves and interconnects together. It shows how everybody affects everybody else, and what you say and do affects everyone. Dolores says that if everyone understood this, there would be no prejudice or judgment. Another part of the temple is the library. Here you are greeted by a guardian of the library. When you go in, they ask you what you need to know. It has the knowledge of everything that has happened and all the knowledge of everything that will be. All knowledge is stored here. This is where the Akashic records are stored also. Then you have the schools. In these schools, you can have all knowledge of everything you want. During her hypnosis sessions, Dolores once asked, if you can have all the knowledge over there, then wouldn't it be easier to learn it there than come to Earth? She was told no. While you can read about something over there in a book, like hate, love, jealousy, etc., you are not actually experiencing it. Coming to Earth, you get to experience the emotions and really learn about it. You learn so much more when you come to Earth and interact with people and get into the thick of it. This is the reason we choose to come to Earth. It's easier to learn, much faster, as well as being an opportunity to pay back any karma you have to repay. There is no one sitting on a throne, judging and punishing you. The only judgment comes from yourself. If you do anything wrong, you only have yourself to blame. You are the one who gets to write your life story and write the script, and there is no one judging you except yourself. There is no harsher judge than yourself. If you decide to come to Earth again, then you go through a process before you incarnate. There are guides, guardians, masters, and elders that all work with you and help you when you are planning your life on Earth. They will give you a few different scenarios to look at, and you have to pick who you want to be. Whether you want to be a male or female, which continent you want to be born on, and so on. You then decide what you are going to experience during your life. You write the whole scenario of your life. You pick all the people who you are going to meet and write all the soul contracts with them. Sometimes, however, souls want to take on too much. They want to do everything in one lifetime so they can get it over and done with. The guardians and masters will generally advise against it. They advise that you shouldn't do too much in one lifetime, as it can be very challenging. Their advice is to just do as much as you can. The reason being is that Earth is a planet of free will. Everyone else also has their plans, so what happens when we all come to Earth? You can have clashes. Life happens, and so the plan won't be perfect, and you may not go exactly to plan. What makes it even more complicated is that when you come here, you can't remember your plan. When you come to Earth and you are born, you forget everything about your life in heaven and about all the plans you made. Dolores asked during her hypnosis sessions if it wouldn't be easier if we remembered our plans when we got here. She was told that no, because it would be like taking a test and knowing all the answers. So you have to come in totally blind to everything. However, this is lifted when you die and go back. The veil is removed and you remember everything. Part of your plan is you deciding when you die, and how. You must have an exit plan. The reality is, nobody dies until they are ready to die. We don't know this consciously, but we do subconsciously, and our guides know this also. You make the plan how you are going to die. Sometimes you can go on your own, or sometimes in a large group, for example, in a plane crash. Nothing is ever an accident. Everything is planned ahead of time. So you come to Earth when you are born, live out your life, and then die, and start the process all over again. Rinse and repeat, as I say. I don't know about you, but I find this absolutely fascinating. There is so much more to the universe than what we know and comprehend. By my estimation, what we know as humans is a mere single grain of sand on a beach. And when we die, we get to experience the universe in ways we can't even imagine right now in our human form. The journey into the next life is by no means scary, as long as you vibrate at the right frequency, which means you need to get rid of your fear, hatred, grudges, and negativity so you can raise yourself up to the correct frequency, where you get to spend an eternity in some type of heaven. So please, be kind to one another. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more content if you haven't already done so. Take care, everyone, and remember to always strive to create the best version of yourself possible, one step at a time.